Hi everyone, and welcome to your Belly Strong workout for this week. This is week 12 of pregnancy, our 30-minute workout. Just a reminder to hit the like button if you like the content and share with pregnant friends and family members. So we'll start with a little bit of a warm-up in standing. All you need is a mat and some space around you. And we're going to start with a squat into a side leg lift, alternating from side to side. As you lift that leg up towards the side, think about squeezing those side hip muscles. And up. 2 more. Last one. And we're going into just butt kicks. So here you're trying to get feet up towards the butt and just stretching those front thigh muscles. Nice quick movement. And just for 6 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into those squats. Side lift. And down. As you lift that leg, those abdominals are also nice and tight. Chest up when you're in that squat. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last one. And into those butt kicks. So this is just a nice mobilizer for those quadricep muscles on the front of the thigh. Remember, during these exercises, we always want a little bit of tension in that abdominal region in a nice neutral spine position. 3 more. 2 and 1. Then going to turn to the side and move into some lunges with an overhead reach. Ooh, testing my balance there. And lunge. This is just to mobilize those hip flexors, which tend to get pretty tight. Alternating sides. 4 more. And 3. Try not to let that lower back arch in that lunge position. Keep that pelvis tucked under. And 1. Oh, balance is not great today. Moving to the back of the mat into a few roll downs. Again, we have a video on this if you're not too sure about technique. But it's a nice spine mobilizer as chin tucks to chest. And we roll down towards the mat. Knees are relaxed. Exhale, come up. Inhale at the top. And exhale, roll down. And back up. This time we're going to hold our roll down in that position. And it's okay if you only get here, if you need some support. But we're going to alternately bend and stretch our legs in that roll down position. We're here, head relaxed. And alternately straighten and bend those knees. Should feel that in the legs, maybe the hamstrings into the glutes. 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And roll back up, bottom of the spine moves first, sequentially moving upward. So we're back into standing. Okay, and into our workout. Should be nice and warmed up now. Bring back into those squats, but this time we're adding a heel raise. Down and up. If you're feeling nice and fit and like you want to challenge, you can also turn this into a jump squat. But today, I'm going to stick with the squat and up. As you come up onto those heels, I want you to squeeze those glute muscles. So if I do it from the side, squeeze to really work those glutes. 4 more. Up. 3, 2, 1. Into chair pose. So bring your feet a little bit closer together. It's almost as if we're sitting back into a chair. So as hips move back, arms sweep forwards. And I want a nice diagonal line from my hand to my hip. Hold. And up. So we're going to hold down there for about 2 or 3 seconds. Down. And up. 4 more of those. Squeeze, hold. And 3. Down in that chair pose. Try not to let that lower back arch. And slight tension in the abdominals. So you tuck that pelvis a little bit under. Good. Back into our squat. Heel lift. Down. Squeeze. Sometimes I like to push my arms back because it helps me get those hips forward and those glutes activated. That's 4. 5 more to go. 4. And 3. You're doing a good job. 2. So this is also about getting our heart rate a little bit up. 1. And bring those legs a little bit closer together. So about hip distance apart. Shoulders down the back. Neutral spine. And hips move back, arms move forwards. Chair pose. And up. And down. Focus, keeping those abdominals slightly tense, not letting everything hang out. That'll happen naturally as you progress through pregnancy. 3 more. And 2. Last one. And up. So you're going to need a bit of space in front of you. So move to the back of your mat. We're going to roll down into a plank series. So nice open chest. Breathe. Chin to chest, roll down. And walk those hands out into a plank position. So here, my legs are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. I'm pushing back, almost like a bear crawl position, and then coming forward. So this is also a little bit of a cardio exercise as we push hips back and come back into plank. 6 more of these. 5. 4. Shoulder blades down the back. And 2. Last one. And bring those knees down. Just breathe a bit. And out. And in. And out. So we definitely should be a little bit warm, breathing a little bit faster by this stage. We're going to go back into a plank position, but this time we're in an elbow plank. So, elbows down. You have 2 options here. You can be on your knees in a kneeling plank and just hold this position, or you can come up to a full plank position. What I want you to think about here is not letting your body do this, but kind of zipping up those abdominals, pushing up and out of those shoulder blades, and straightening those knees into a full plank. We're going into single leg knee taps. So, knee tap, up, knee tap, up, 10 in total. 7, 6. Try not to have those hips too high. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then sit back into child's pose. Knees a little bit wider for a little bit of a release. Breathe. These are my favorite bits of the workout, actually. And come back into that elbow plank position, either with your knees down, holding, or in a full plank position. And now we're going for 10 double knee taps. So, hips up, we're tapping down. So as you can see, nothing else is moving. It's only those knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax into that child's pose again. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're now going to come into an all fours position. Work our glutes again. So in this position, shoulders above hands, knees above hips. Find that middle or that neutral pelvis position. We're not here, we're here. Zip up into those abs. And we're going to take one leg out to the side and then up to the ceiling. So keep the knee at 90 degrees. And here we're trying to keep both hips facing the floor. I'm not really moving over to my right side. I'm trying to keep my weight central as just that leg moves. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. And bring it back to center. Reset yourself. So always get back into that starting position where you know you're in neutral spine and your abdominals are slightly tense, zipped up, creating stability for that whole region. And opposite side, we're going to take that leg out and up. And now you have a chance to look at the other side of my body, the stabilizing side. So as much as possible, I'm trying to keep stabilizing side of my body absolutely still, hips facing the mat. Let's do 4 more. 3. Once again, as in other videos, if you have any issues with your wrists, carpal tunnel syndrome, come down to your elbows. Last one. And relax into that favorite position, child's pose. Breathe. 2. And 1 more in. And out. Okay, so our last exercise in this position is a hold. So your toes are going to tuck under, push up and out of those shoulder blades. Our knees are coming up off of the mat. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Gently lower yourself down. And again. So it's almost just like a plank hold, but in a different position. Here we're using our quads a bit more, so you may feel this workout in your legs tomorrow or the next day. And once again, think about zipping up through those abs, through those tummy muscles. Three more. So nothing changes except knees lift. And last one. And relax. Okay, so shake out those wrists a bit. And we're going to swing those legs round into a sitting position. So in this position, you're going to come back onto your elbows. So in the second trimester, sometimes it starts to get a bit difficult to lie flat on your back because the weight of the baby pushes on some blood vessels, which can cause dizziness, a bit of fainting. So if you ever do feel like that, just turn onto your left side for a bit, breathe, and maybe avoid lying flat positions. This early in the second trimester, it should still be fine, but just monitor it. And this is a great alternative position for that. So on your elbows, push up and out of that chest. Pelvis is slightly tucked under. As you exhale, feel those abs tense slightly. And we're going to lift one leg up into 90 degrees, other leg up. This time, feet and knees are going to be pasted together as we move into windshield wipers. So as the name suggests, like a windshield wiper, we move from side to side. And like many of these control exercises, it's not about how low you get, although if you do have a lot of control, you can get a bit lower. It's about, can I keep everything where it's supposed to be? Can I make sure that my back isn't arching? My abdominals are still working to protect my lower back as I do this movement. I like to inhale as I go down, exhale to come back up. I find that exhale really helps with the movement to bring the knees back into center. 4 more. 3 and 2 and 1. You're going to hold it here. And now we're going to tap both legs down, bring them up. If you find that your lower back is starting to move in this position, just do one leg. I'd rather you keep that neutral spine, keep everything locked in, solid, stable, than you get your toes down, but everything else is falling out of place. 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one. And legs come down. Push up into sitting. Let those legs fall out, open out a bit. Stretch forward to release those hips. Sometimes it just feels nice to rock a bit from side to side. Then going to come to a sitting position. Roll downs, which we've done before, and we do have a video explaining it, the technical aspect, breaking it down a bit. But hands can either be behind your thighs or in front of you. The movement starts with a pelvic tuck. Shoulders are still open, or chest is still open. There, we're just going to go halfway and up. So let's practice that movement a bit. Pelvis tucks under, so really rounding this part of the spine. I can feel my abs working to keep me in this position. Up, spine straightens. So one more pelvic tuck, and we're going to hold it there. Now we're going to work a bit on our balance. So arms again, either in front of you or behind you. One leg up, other leg up, into a V-sit. Hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs back down, open, release. We're going to do that a few times. So back into sitting. Tuck, round that spine. Leg up, other leg up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, down, open. So pairing strength exercises with a bit of mobility work or stretching work like this is a really nice way to break it up to make sure your muscles don't fatigue too much, because fatigued muscles are not great at keeping positions requiring a lot of control. You get your breath back, and again, pelvic tuck, one leg, other leg, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, down, sit back up, legs open, stretch. We're just going to do that one more time before we repeat the windshield wipers and toe taps from before. Up, pelvic tuck, round, one leg up, exhale, other leg up, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, leg down, other leg down, sitting up, and relax. Okay, so let's repeat those all over again. Starting back on our elbows with our windshield wipers. So make sure you're in that good starting position first. Push up and out of those shoulders. Pelvis slightly tucked under as you exhale. Feel your tummy muscles tighten. One leg up, other leg up. Stick those feet and those knees together, and we're dropping knees from side to side. And as you bring the legs back to center, it's the abs that bring those knees back to where they started. The stronger you get and the more control you have, the lower you can go. But especially as we start to get bigger with pregnancy, the depths that we could go to are going to be a bit limited as the abdominal muscles stretch. So you just keep it in the region that you can control. And 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Back into center, double toe taps or single toe taps if you find that the lower back is starting to move. So what we don't want is this, everything from hips up, nice and still, only the legs moving. I can see my muscles shaking, so clearly I'm getting a good workout. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Bring those legs down one at a time. Push yourselves up. And this time just let those legs straighten out in front of you and fold over those legs. You may not get very far like me, but the more flexible you are, the further you can reach towards your toes. But again, it's not about how far you get, it's just about achieving the correct aim of the movement. So if this aim is to just mobilize, we're achieving it no matter how far you get. We're going into our V-sit holds again. So arms either behind your thighs, in front of you. Round that spine. One leg up, other leg up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, down, legs out, fold. Back up. So it's a sequence of movements, they're always the same. Pelvic tuck, round the spine, one leg up, other leg up, hold. Think about also pushing down with those arms, that often helps with balance. Down, down, sit up, fold. 3 more. Round, leg up, leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg, leg, out, hold. Last 2. So you also should be feeling your hips get a little bit looser with every stretch that we go into at the end there. 2, 1. Leg, leg, stretch. And last one. Tuck that pelvis under, round that spine. Leg up, hold. 3, 2, 1. Leg down, and stretch. In this position, try not to hunch and round. We really want to open that chest. We're going to roll down, all the way down onto the mat. So once again, this early in the second trimester, exercises lying flat on your back for a short period should be fine. But as we progress to later stages of pregnancy, we're going to start to modify our exercises to avoid lying flat on our back for long periods of time. And we're going to do that pelvic tuck again. And slowly lower yourself onto the mat from the bottom of the spine to the top. Head is the last thing to hit the mat. I need to shuffle myself forward. So let's do that again. Really controlling that lower onto the mat. Here, feet are hip distance apart, slight space between the knees. We're going to tuck that pelvis under and peel up into a bridge position. Here, we're not letting that belly just hang out there, but we're pushing up with the hips, slightly tucking the pelvis under. So we're really feeling those glutes working and giving yourself a bit of height. From here, we're going to drop one hip to the mat, squeeze it back up, and other side. So this is a very small movement, but it is training the control of a lot of these small muscles around the hip. Because you have a huge glute muscle here, but you also have a lot of other muscles sitting underneath that help to control movements like rotation and other small movements like that. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the hips up there. You're going to pulse the hips up right at the top of that movement. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Just 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lay your spine back down onto the mat. One segment at a time. Hips are the last thing to hit the mat. And give those knees a little bit of a hug to release those glutes. You can open them out and in And we're going to do that all over again. So tuck that pelvis in. This is also mobilizing that lower spine. Peel those hips up off the mat into a bridge and alternate hip drops side to side. So as one hip drops, the other one is working really hard to stay up there. Down, down. Squeeze as you bring those hips back into that bridge position. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then pulse at the top. Pulse. Still think about those abs tight to keeping stability around that low back region. And 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and peel yourself back down onto the mat, one vertebra at a time. Give those knees a quick hug. Move those hips around. Breathe. It's a lot to think about. And feet back down to the mat. Okay, those were all of the tough exercises. So now we move into a bit of a cool down. Let's come up into a sitting position from here. Lying back, or rather resting yourself with your hands behind you. You're going to cross one leg over, and here you're trying to open that knee out, so you should feel a stretch. This is my right leg crossed over my left, so I'm feeling a bit of a stretch in my right glute. You can also bring that leg a bit close towards you for a deeper stretch. And for an even deeper stretch, you can move that right leg across the body. And once again, we don't hold these stretches for too long, because during pregnancy, ligaments become a lot looser and laxer. So we're already stretchier as it is. So we just want to mobilize into those positions or move into those positions, holding them for a short amount of time, and then come back out. Okay, from there, legs come in front of you. Going to cross right leg over left and then turn towards the left. Here. So in this position, I'm really pushing out of my hips, twisting through that spine, and feeling a side stretch through here. And we hold just for a few seconds. And switch. So left leg over right, turning towards the right. Try not to let that knee fall forward. Open out that knee as you open out that chest. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to stretch out those chest muscles, so let those legs fall open to the sides. Push that chest out, forward, open. And breathe as you breathe in. Feel that stretch increase. And come back. Okay. You're going to take those legs back behind you and push onto your haunches. We're going to roll down. Before we roll all the way up, or get into that roll down position, before we roll all the way up, alternately bend and straighten the knees. Let that head relax. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, roll up. Head is the last thing to come up. Finish off with a few deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 2 more in and out. And last one in and out. Okay, well done. That is our 30-minute full body workout for week 12. We will see you next week with a few more workouts. Remember to subscribe, like this video if you like the content, and put any questions in the YouTube comments. See you guys next week.